Welcome back to Sportsline here on News Channel 5 Plus. Titans, of course, getting ready to play the Saints Sunday at noon over at Nissan Stadium. We just heard from head coach Mike Vrabel. Now, quarterback Ryan Tannehill, who didn't have to put up big numbers last Sunday night in the win over the Rams in L.A. because his defense did a lot of the work for the offense. A pick six by Kevin Byard. Another score was set up by a David Long interception that was taken inside the 5-yard line. Ryan Tannehill and the Titans offense still trying to adjust to life without Derrick Henry, who's going to be out, of course, with that broken foot. Here's what number 17 had to say earlier today.
Hey, Ryan, given your team's record, sorry, go ahead,
Sorry. Ryan, what's the challenge in trying to make sure you stay out of long downs or long distances on third downs?
Efficiency on first and second down. You know, you have to be able to run the ball efficiently when we call runs, and then, you know, get completions when we call passes. You know, we got to stay out of penalty situations and negative plays.
Is that something that you guys had been doing well? How much should maybe losing Derrick impact that and having to get more comfortable with the new faces?
Yeah, obviously losing Derrick's going to be tough, but you know, there's other factors there as well. I just don't think we played clean on first and second down, so definitely something we want to clean up.
Given your team's record of where you guys are in the conference right now, there's been a lot of national people picking up on it, saying, "Oh, we got to start paying attention to the Titans now." Is that something you guys, you know, talk about, think about, worry about, etc.? Any of the above?
We're focused on ourselves. You know, we're focused on finding a way to win one game each and every week. You know, stacking wins is a great thing, but the only way to keep doing that is to consistently work to get better. Still have a lot of things we can be better at, and so we're excited for that challenge of working the details this week and going out and playing a really good Saints team this weekend.
The passing attack, Ryan, when, you know, Sunday you had a couple offensive line starters out in terms of maybe having to get the ball out quicker or routes that maybe can't go quite as deep as you'd like. Is there a significant change, you know, when you're missing 2-3 offensive linemen?
Yeah, anytime you're missing guys, you know, it's tough, you know, whether it be an offensive lineman, receiver, or running back. But we've had that next man up mentality, you know, since I got here. So I'm proud of the way that some of the guys who stepped in for us, you know, Bobby stepped in right as the game started for us. So tough situation for him, but he went in and played hard for us, gave us everything he had. And Brewer, obviously, at right guard, you know, did a good job for us. So yeah, it's tough whenever you lose anybody, but you know, I believe in the guys that we have stepping in there, and you know, at some point, hopefully not, but there's chances are at some point this season it's going to come up again, and you know, we have to trust the guys that go in there.
Ryan, is there a balance in knowing that the pass attack, the passing game needs to maybe carry the load a little bit more with maybe not trying to force the issue and trying to find your guys? Is there kind of a delicate you know, balance there with that?
Balance between the pass game and what?
Just in not like trying to force the issue, right? Like losing Derrick, you know, maybe you have to kind of depend on the passing game a little bit more. Is there kind of a balance of knowing you have to kind of lean on that more and not maybe trying to force the issue?
Yeah, I mean, I think that, you know, obviously being able to throw the football is going to be key for us, you know, the rest of the year, just like it would if Derrick was here. You know, I think this team is going to try to have balance no matter what the situation is, whether, you know, Derrick's back there or not. We're going to try to establish the run. That's our foundation, and build from there. And when we do get opportunities in the pass game, we have to execute. You know, we have to be able to get open on the outside. I have to hit them, and the offensive line has to be able to hold up.
When you talked about the Saints and what they do on defense, with you watching them, what do they do that makes it so difficult to move the ball in them?
Really good defense all around, physical. They play fast. They play together. Their front is tough. You know, they're making it tough to run the football. They're rushing the passer in passing situations. They really just are a really solid defense. Linebackers are flying around making plays. You know, Demario Davis is in the backfield. He's in coverage. He's making tackles on the perimeter. Really, you know, flying around all over the place. You know, secondary's physical. Do a good job of covering. Safeties come up and will make tackles and hit. So you really look at their defense. There's not a weak spot in it, and the challenge is going to be for us to go out and play really well.
When you explained your vaccine decision to us, you said that there were basically protocols that you couldn't have dealt with as a leader on this team. to not eat with guys, to not be around guys. If somebody else didn't get the vaccine and still was able to do those things, how would that make you feel?
I know what you're trying to get here, Paul, and I'm just going to stay out of that one.
Ryan, when it comes to this running backs group, clearly a lot different not having Derek right now, and there's still some transition happening. But do you get a good energy from this group? It seems like a mixture of guys, a mixture of style. I mean, what have you seen in the short time that they've been together?
Yeah, obviously, just added a couple guys last week, so haven't had much time on task. But yeah, I think adding Adrian and Foreman have been good for us. They're both physical runners. Obviously, Adrian's downhill. He's going to give you everything he has. Foreman has good speed, good hands, and has great size as well. So I think it's only going to get better with those guys. The more carries they get, the more they kind of get into the groove with our offensive linemen up front. So excited to put in a good weeks of work this week and head into next game feeling strong.
We've seen the red zone efficiency touchdown-wise for you guys improve, and a lot of it is coming from you making plays with your legs. I know some of them are designed like boots, etc., but is that something that you have kind of like taken upon yourself to revisit, being able to make plays with your legs in the red zone?
Yeah, I try to always keep that in the back of my mind, right? Being able to extend plays or make plays on the ground with my legs, I think it gives the defense something else to account for, and has created some big plays for us offensively. So, yeah, I think that if we can continue to do that as we move forward, it's going to be good for us.
Can you talk to Rabbit maybe a little bit about his knowledge of that Saints defense to help you? Yeah,
I mean, having Rabbit on the team, it'll be a good thing for us. Hopefully, some good conversations will come from that.
How frustrating is it when you face a well-coordinated pass rush that it's not just four guys kind of doing their own thing, but they always seem to be in spots that make it difficult for you?
Yeah, it makes it tough, right? Because if they're staying in the lanes, it limits the ability to use my legs, like I just said. It makes it tough on the offensive line, because if they're executing, then our offensive line has to do a really good job of passing things off and staying in sync and playing together as a unit. So that's part of being a good front, is being able to do those things consistently.
I think you have Isaiah Thomas and John Morant critiquing your finger roll.
No, Ben's got it down. No, I never thought that would be something, but it's been fun to kind of incorporate that, and it's kind of grown, since 2019. So definitely a cool little feature. My wife showed it to me Sunday after the game, so I thought that was pretty cool.
Disappointed, Ryan, in Josh Reynolds' situation. I guess you got a little bit of history with him. I mean, not only that a friend goes, but that it just didn't seem to pan out the way maybe it was expected to. Yeah,
I think it's tough for everyone. Bring him here, excited to have him. Obviously, things didn't go like he wanted to, or like we wanted them to. But he did some good things while he was here, helped us out, and so obviously I wish him nothing but the best. Moving forward, hopefully he lands in a great spot for him.
Is it anything beyond injury, you think, or was that the main reason things just didn't work out the way that people wanted, or what were your thoughts?
I don't know. You'd have to ask Josh and John about that.
How much? When Mike did what he did on Sunday, he made the decision to go for it on 4th and 1 to the goal line instead of kicking a field goal. How much juice does that give an offense when you are aggressive like that, and especially when you make it?
Well, it's huge. I think that we went for it a couple times on 4th down, and we were able to succeed in both tries. So you're able to extend drives, sustain drives, and then obviously we scored on one of them. So when you're able to do that, obviously it gives you a lot of juice offensively, and that confidence from the head coach to allow us to go for it and make a play is huge.
I think those boots maybe would tighten up without Derek. Were you surprised to see so much green?
Yeah, I didn't really know what the corner was going to look like coming around the edge on that one. Thankfully, it was a clean edge and was able to score.
That's Ryan Tannehill, Titans quarterback, as Titans get set for Sunday's game with the Saints. Another quick timeout. We'll come back with more here on Sportsline on News Channel 5 Plus. Stay with us.